Hey guys! Welcome back to another video. I'm here today with
Garrison, aka mullenzen, which you may know me online as if you consume my content.
Garrison's also a YouTuber.
I am.
I'll link him down below.
Yes,
pretty great
you.
videos. The best are the ones with me in them, but pretty great videos.
You should actually watch my videos. I might start doing commentary.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're into some commentary, join the Zen Gang. That's what we're called.
So Garrison and I are both in our second year at Trinity.
Yes.
I'm studying integrated computer science. Garrison is studying computer science and business. So we're both taking computer science courses. Yeah. And I wanted to make a video today talking about second year so far, because we kind of just started, we're like 5 weeks in, so a little bit more than just started, but second year so far, and the differences between first year, so that maybe at the end of the year we can kind of answer the same questions and see what's changed.
This is actually like a part 2 to a video that I did with Ellie on my channel, which will be put right here. Thank you, editor Ellie.
Ooh, and asking a lot of me. So I have a few questions that we're going to go through and answer today, just to talk about our experiences, and maybe if anyone else is going into second year, this year, next year. I don't know. I just feel like this might be beneficial to talk about our experience in college so
We're
far.
going to either lessen your anxiety or make you really anxious, because Ellie and I live opposite lives. So
we do.
Prepare,
we definitely do.
Prepare to have your undergarments stripped away by the weight of what we are discussing today.
Okay, yeah. You could also just say your socks blown off instead of undergarments stripped away, but that
I
works too.
I like the way I said it.
You know what? It's a unique way. So the first question is, what is your daily schedule like? And I know Garrison's going to be excited to answer this one.
I'm so excited.
I know. My daily schedule, obviously it kind of changes day to day, but usually I'll wake up as late as I possibly can in order to make it to class just on time, because I like to go to sleep late at night. I'm not a morning person. Shower, eat my breakfast, go to class. Some days I have just classes back to back until like 4 o'clock. So whenever I have a break, I'll usually go and get lunch somewhere. And then when I get home, if I have some like errands, I'll run those. Or if I have like a society, I'll see how I'm feeling and then I might go to that. Sometimes I'll go out at night. And throughout the day, I like to study as well. Right now I can't because I don't have my computer. I don't know if you know that, I broke it. But usually I'd like to study like in the library or something in the middle of the day. Once in a while I'll do some schoolwork at night. That's usually my daily schedule. What about you?
Hold on, I was gonna make a comment about your oh yeah, okay. Ellie likes to sleep in. So we were supposed to record this video at 11 a.m. at 11, and it is currently 5:10.
It is?
It is 5:11 p.m. So I just wanted to point that out. So my daily routine. Okay, so I'd like to preface this by giving the context. I don't know if you had this in a future question, but I am going for SCHOLS, is what we call the Trinity Foundation Scholarship Exam. So because of that, it is essentially like, the way I was comparing it today is like, you know how a teacher making an exam has to like make it easy enough so half the people can pass?
Yeah.
So they have to hold back a little bit. They don't have to do that on Foundation Scholarship. So it's the hardest that any teacher, they just gotta have fun with it, they gotta make it as hard as they want. And it's the most challenging test that the teachers from all the classes I've taken, from the beginning of my first year, last year, to the first semester of this year, at the end, I guess it'd be in December. It's the hardest that these teachers can muster, packed into 4 neat little papers that go for an hour or 2 across essays, assignments, programming, the week of January 9th. If you get it, you get around 50,000 euros, it's like 30 to 50 grand worth of financial aid, free meals, accommodation. What else? You get to add the post suffix title of SCH to your name, which you can use in a legal document now.
The best part.
The best part, really.
Yeah.
So, the recording of this video takes place in October, and I take that test in January. Actually, okay, now my daily schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have classes that go from anywhere from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and that end at 6 p.m. Thursday and Friday, it's a little bit easier, ending at 4 p.m. I wake up at 7 a.m. and I jump into studying. After I wake up and study, I have a protein shake first thing in the morning, and then before I go to school, I'll pick up a sausage roll on my walk to school. So sometimes I'll have breakfast with my girlfriend. She makes a killer like sausage, pepper, hash. It's like really good. And then I go to school, I have my classes. A lot of times during classes, if it's a boring class, if I already have the slides, then I'll study during class. I'll read more management science articles. After classes, I'll go home and I like to get a workout in every day. So I'm in the gym 7 days a week. And then throughout the day, I'll eat about 6 meals because I burn about 1,000 calories a day with activity. And then I clock into work for my job. I work about 2 hours a day remote. And then after that, it ends up being around 9, 10 p.m. If I have time, I'll do errands. I like to get lights out no later than 10, 10:30.
Jeez.
Like hard stop 11 p.m. so that I can get at least 8 hours of sleep to get up at 7. The difference is on weekends, I also get to study for 6 hours Saturday and Sunday. That's what goes on in my day. It is the day in the life of a scholar.
A future
scholar.
scholar.
A prospective scholar. I shouldn't say scholar.
You know, like it girls, like the it girl thing?
No.
Like these really thin girls who do yoga and they like have matcha in the morning and they're like, oh, and I journal and I do a manifestation.
Is that what I sound like?
That's what you sound like right now. You're like, yeah, I wake up at 7 every day. Okay, next question. What is the difference between your living situation this year versus last year? Because last year we both lived at halls.
Yes.
And this year I have my own place with 2 of my friends and you're living at a different student accommodation.
That's correct.
With, what is it, like 8 people instead of 6?
It's just 4
It's
additional.
just
4 additional people. 5 in total.
Okay.
There might be a 6th person, but I've only seen her twice.
So how is it different from last year?
So I live in the Liberties, which is in Dublin 8, not too far from Portobello. The room is a bit smaller, but the room itself is a double bed. There's a desk. I put my mini fridge in there. The bathroom is much nicer. You know, there's hardwood. I don't know if it's a wood or like a wood tile veneer.
I have a double bed because last year we had single.
Right, so a single versus a double bed is a huge difference, and it's life-changing, quite honestly. Honestly, it was definitely a step up. I'm actually, I'll probably end up doing international exchange next year, but I would love to come back during 4th year and stay at New Mill again.
I went to New Mill last year. One of my friends lived there, so I've been there, and I can say it is very nice. It's much more modern than Halls was last year. But I also like Halls because Halls to me felt very homey. It's like a lot of wood and cream colors, whereas
Built in the 70s, okay, just know
modern
that.
is more gray, white, steel kind of vibes. I like the homey feel.
It's the difference between like 60s, 70s like brutalist apartment style and like contemporary apartment style.
Yeah. And this year I'm with my 2 best friends and we have our own place, which I really freaking love. And I think a big part about it is that it's so close to school and the city, because it's like I can walk to school now, whereas last year it was like a 30-minute bus ride every day. And like if I walked it would be an hour, which I had done, but it's a lot. And you're like, if you hang out with people late at night in city center, it's a trek to get back. You have to wait for a bus that'll drop you off 15-minute walk away. Like it's difficult. But now since I'm like basically in the city center, it's easier to get around and to get back to my house late at night, which is good because I'm a girl and I don't want to be murdered in the alleyways. And it's also just good because I know who I'm living with. And like last year, I really did like who I was living with, but we weren't all best friends. Not to say we weren't friends. We were. I liked them all a lot, but I chose to live with my 2 best friends from last year. So it's nice because like every night we'll be like, hey, like what's going on? We'll all chit chat, like run down our day. Like it's just nice to have someone that you're so close with there to talk to at all times.
I've also found that like my flatmates this year are awesome.
I also had that last year where I was close with the people that I live with and like I would just talk to them about like my day and everything, but it's a bit different because we all had our own friend groups, whereas the girls that I'm living with this year, they are my friend group. So like it's just really nice. It's worse this year in the sense of I'm not with other people. I am very much like a people person. I like to be around people and I like it to be easy for me to see other friends and everything. And at Halls, it is because you live with everyone. So everyone's within like a 2-minute walk from each other because you're in neighboring buildings. So if you want to see someone, be like, hey, want to come over right now? They'll pop over. Which like you can do still, but it's different because I'm not living a 2-minute walk neighboring buildings with everyone that I've ever known. So I have to actually like plan hangouts with people, which is fine, but it's more of a downside of not living in student accommodation where everyone's just right there at all times. Next question. Have your friends changed from last year / is it harder to stay in contact with friends? Which is kind of what I was just talking about.
To any friends that I no longer hang out with, I'm sorry, it's not personal. I only recently developed a sense of self that is lending itself to being less social because I'm more comfortable being alone. So I'm not really seeking friendship as a means of patching up my own lacks in my perception of who I am. And I've just been embracing more of being an introvert as opposed to kind of forcing myself to be an extrovert when I'm not. I don't even think there are friends that I don't hang out with, because at the end of the year I had a lot of acquaintances, but I didn't have a lot of friends. I still don't have a lot of friends, but the people that I do count as friends are really close with.
You have a small circle of close friends, which I think is good and healthy to have.
It's the way to do it, and everybody has their own version of a small circle. Just for me, I think it's smaller than most people's small circle.
Actually, no, I disagree. I think even though you may think people have a bigger circle, I think they really do. You are supposed to have like a circle of 3 to 5 close friends. That's what it's supposed to be.
I think that's fair. I have guys back home in America that I could call at any time and I'd be able to talk to them. And that's like a group of 4 guys, 3 guys, 2. No, I'm just kidding. But
there's none. So you still have the same friends that you had last year, pretty much.
I do, yeah. I haven't really gotten to hang out with a few of them just because distance, schedules are more complex. But,
so it is a bit harder to maintain friendships than last year.
But basically what I've been saying, I've become a lot more comfortable with myself, and as a result, I've been alone more, which is fine, and I have 1 or 2 people that I regularly talk to. Maybe 3.
I would say I still definitely have the same friends as I did last year, and I feel like I am kind of becoming closer with some of them than I was last year, just because now I do have to make an effort to see them, so I don't necessarily take their friendship for granted, if that makes sense. Like, I would have some people that I really like hanging out with, but I would never hang out with them because I was like, well, they're so close, I don't need to, I'll bump into them walking around. Whereas now, I won't, so I'm like, hey, let's hang out this week. And which I feel like kind of makes the friendship better because you show that you do care about it and you're making an effort to see them. It's not the worst thing, but it is different, I will say, going into second year.
Yeah.
But I don't think everyone experiences that because a lot of people from halls last year all moved into the same accommodation. So they are still kind of near each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Class difficulty. Is it more or less difficult, do you think, than last year so far?
Honestly, the most difficult thing about classes last year was probably Intro to Computing or Math 1.
Math 1 was very difficult.
This year my classes I've not found any of them difficult.
All right.
I take 2 business, 2 computer science, and 2 elective classes this year.
I am taking, since I'm just in computer science, I take all computer science classes. I get no electives, I get no business classes, so it's 6 computer science classes. And I would say it's probably equal difficulty to last year. I'm very much, don't want to shoot myself in the foot here, but a procrastinator. But I do get things done.
But it's structured to let you procrastinate. So you're doing fine.
Exactly.
You're doing fine.
And last year I procrastinated everything and I ended up with a grade that I was very happy with.
They give us late days.
Yeah, so it's not really it doesn't, my success last year doesn't motivate me to change my ways, even though I am trying to. I feel like the class this year that I am very much struggling with, that everyone else I know is also very much struggling with, is computer architecture, which is very similar to digital logic design from last year, which I also very much struggled with. So I would say it's pretty even, but also last year we had a lot of online exams, so it might not be equal at the end of the year when we don't, because they're probably all going to be in person this year. Was there anything that you liked last year that you're trying to maintain this year?
I don't know if there's anything that I had that I don't have now. If anything, it would be the opposite.
That was my next question.
Where last year I definitely had a problem with motivation. I definitely had a problem getting into the college groove, especially with the start being online classes, masks, and COVID mandates. It was very difficult to feel integrated into the society, into the college network. But now everything's normal again. It's been a lot easier. So I didn't go to the gym last year because I felt like I had to balance school. But I wasn't taking care of school because I felt like I had to balance YouTube and Twitch. And I had my priorities really, really scrambled where I couldn't really pick out anything because your first year living on your own, everything's getting thrown at you at once. But now I had the ability to settle down. It's become much better where I think it's also because like I'm a year older, I'm maturing, I'm becoming more of a man, right? And an adult, and like I have responsibility.
You're on your own
exactly.
in a foreign country.
Like my parents even told me, like they dropped me off, and it was like having a tour guide that they were friends with, not like dropping off a trembling kid anymore. Like last year, everybody was in tears, but like this year, it's like we're gonna have drinks, and we're gonna wake up with a hangover the next morning, and then we're gonna go to the airport and see ya. So I've definitely felt that because of the nature, like I'm finally getting used to the swing of things, that it's been easier for me to sit down and say, I need to get this done. You know, last year I would let dishes pile up in my room. I would never make my bed. I would never clean my room. I didn't care about anything like that. But now it's like, okay, I got dishes, clean them. I got stuff to do. Motivation's there. You know, I think that's one of the things, like the hallmark of second year, is like now you're settled in. Now you can start like crushing it.
I feel like first year is trying to get adjusted to everything.
Yeah.
Social, independence, education, all those aspects of life. Second year is like trying to get accustomed to yourself.
Yeah.
Because you have all those other things good. You're just like, okay, let me find out who I am now. Third year is then, oh my gosh, I need to get a job. Oh my gosh, everything matters now. Oh my gosh, I'm graduating next year. And fourth year is, can I just take a nap?
The way I always saw it was like first year is like you're like a plant that just got uprooted and just put you in a new like pot or whatever. It's like you're gonna be in shock for a little bit. You try and get your situation settled.
Yeah.
Second year is like you said, you gotta figure yourself out. Third year is being scared with the realization that you now know who you are, and you're like shit, I gotta fix that. I gotta make that different. And then like fourth year is like, all right, now I gotta get my actual life in order. Like there's no longer a college support system. Like you thought you were on your own then, and I gotta find everything now. It's like, you know, I gotta get insurance.
Well, one thing I liked last year that I'm trying to maintain is my travel, like outside of school, because last year I would travel like every month to a different country, and I really do like that. I think it's a great experience, especially since I've been in America my whole life, and now I'm in Europe and travel so accessible. Like, I don't know if I'm going to stay in Europe or not after I graduate, so I'm kind of trying to make the best of it, and I want to maintain that this year again, where I get as much traveling as possible, and that I get to experience different cultures and different countries, and I kind of want to go to more places that aren't conventional travel destinations. Like, I want to go to more naturey places, but that's difficult because they're out of the way, which is why no one goes there, because you freaking can't get out there.
Also, a lot of places that aren't touristy require a knowledge of the native language, which makes it very difficult.
Yeah. Oh, so last question, which you kind of answered already, is was there anything last year that you didn't so much like that you're fixing or trying to fix this year? And I would say, for me at least, I kind of was trying to experience a lot of everything last year, like join a bunch of societies, figure out what I like, learn the education system, make a lot of friends. Whereas like I still want to do that, and I do still really enjoy trying new things, but I more so this year want to kind of hone in on what I found out last year I like, so develop better relationships with the people that I met last year and meet new people. I'm all down for that. I love making new friends, as well as try and actually enjoy what I'm studying instead of acting like it's a burden, and just in general going to societies more that I enjoy, because I am in like the trampoline society this year, which I was not last year, and I actually do like it. And I was jug sock. I want to go to jug sock more this year, hone in on my juggling abilities, hone in on YouTube because I do really like that. I'm also class rep this year, and I was like in student government in high school, and I love student government, and I love just like organizing events and everything, and getting everyone involved and making everyone feel included and going out and having fun. So I really want to focus on that as well this year, because that brings me lots of joy.
Yeah, actually, to speak to that, I definitely last year saw like college and Ireland as more of an objective than anything else. Like, my objective is to just complete college, right? Just like survive living away from your family. And while it is definitely kind of still the case, if not more, with Skulls, but on the other hand, it was like survive. This year, it's like thrive. Yeah. So I am becoming more comfortable with the people in my class. To a degree, in my own special way, I'm experiencing being social a little more. Yeah, so like this year, charity boxing with Dubes. I've never done boxing before. I've just started like not even a month ago going to the gym seriously, like daily. And I'm gonna be in the ring in 6 weeks fighting a dude that I don't even know yet. It's just random stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna go learn how to box and either get knocked out or knock a dude out, and that's gonna be awesome. Just stuff like that. Like, I'm kind of immersing myself more in the Dublish Dublin/Irish, the Dublish culture. You know what? Dublish is gonna catch on.
Sure it is.
I'm immersing myself in the Dublish culture. Thanks for watching. Oh wait, that's your job.
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe we answered some questions that you were thinking about.
Oh my gosh, you have enough subscribers so you can say, if you guys have any further questions, let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments, and Ellie will text me, and then she can make stories on YouTube, like those community posts of my responses.
Yeah, I'm not
we have an actual community.
I'm not gonna
Guys,
do that.
okay, just comment on any of my videos if you guys have questions and you want to talk to somebody that will actually pay attention to their audience, because, you know.
I so pay attention. I respond to nearly every comment.
Oh really? All 22,000 subscribers?
Yeah, most of them are inactive, so
I only have 151 subscribers, so I can respond to each and every one of you.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See ya next time. Go check out Garrison's channel.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget.
Bye.
Don't forget, you are the... Just subscribe, please. Just please. Thanks. Okay, bye.